What do you say we take a moment to think of Sybil? With the three left on Earth who loved her the most.
Her Mama and Papa.
But we were the three who should have grown old with her.
That's true.
The Granthams are officially saying goodbye to Downton Abbey. Focus Features just dropped the first trailer for Downton Abbey: The Grand Finale, the third and final film in the beloved franchise. This marks the long-awaited conclusion to the story that first began with the ITV series back in 2010. Michelle Dockery, Hugh Bonneville, and Elizabeth McGovern are all returning to bid farewell to the iconic estate and the characters we've followed for over a decade. Set in 1930, Downton Abbey: The Grand Finale follows Lady Mary as she navigates London's high society, while Lord and Lady Grantham continue to manage the Yorkshire estate. This isn't just the end of the film trilogy, it's the grand send-off for the entire Downton Abbey franchise, which has been running for over 15 years, starting with the hit TV series. Simon Curtis, who directed Downton Abbey: A New Era, is back in the director's chair with Julian Fellowes, the show's creator and longtime writer, penning the screenplay. The cast is packed with familiar faces, including Jim Carter, Brendan Coyle, Joanne Froggatt, Phyllis Logan, Penelope Wilton, Paul Giamatti, and Dominic West. Plus, there are some exciting new additions like Jolie Richardson, Alessandro Nivola, Simon Russell Beale, and Artie Frushan. Fans actually got an early sneak peek of the grand finale back in April at CinemaCon during Universal's presentation. The franchise first made the jump to the big screen in 2019 with Downton Abbey, followed by A New Era in 2022. Both movies were box office hits, with the first one raking in $194 million worldwide. In the first film, set in 1927, the Crawleys get the big news that King George V and Queen Mary are coming to visit Downton. It's all excitement and chaos. Mary doubts Barrow can handle the pressure, so she drags Carson out of retirement to help. The royal staff turn out to be snobs. Small items start disappearing, and Tom accidentally befriends a man who turns out to be plotting to assassinate the king. Tom and Mary stop the attack just in time, and Tom also ends up helping Princess Mary save her failing marriage. Meanwhile, the Downton staff secretly outsmart the royal staff to pull off a flawless royal dinner. We also get some sweet romance hints between Tom and Lucy, and a touching moment where Violet quietly tells Mary she doesn't have long to live. Then, in the second film, set in 1928, Tom actually marries Lucy, who's revealed to be the illegitimate daughter of Lady Maud Bagshaw, and Violet shocks everyone by leaving Sibby a French villa she was gifted long ago. The family visits the villa, where Robert learns a bombshell. He might be half-brothers with the French Marquis. Back home, Downton gets taken over by a film crew shooting a silent movie. But when silent films suddenly go out of style, Mary saves the production by dubbing over the diva lead actress. There's romance brewing everywhere. Barrow finds love with film star Guy Dexter and heads to Hollywood. Edith decides to get back to running her magazine, and Molesley hilariously proposes to Baxter over an open mic. Cora scares everyone, thinking she's terminally ill, but it turns out to be treatable. In the end, Violet passes away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy and a new portrait in the entry hall. So now, with the grand finale coming, it's all about saying goodbye to Downton Abbey for good. So, that goodbye? Yeah, it's definitely going to look like one. I've got some theories about the grand finale based on what I'm guessing is just a snippet of the trailer. Let's kick things off with Anna and Bates because, oh my god, I think they're finally getting that hotel. We see Anna tearfully talking to Mary, and thank goodness her bob is looking way better now, and later Bates is seen tipping his hat, maybe to Robert, the family, or even the house itself, with a car loaded with trunks behind him. There's also a quick shot of Mrs. Hughes, Daisy, and Mrs. Patmore looking super excited about something, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is the big moment. And then there's the elephant in the room, Downton itself. Are they selling it? Turning it into some sort of business while living in another house on the grounds? Or is Robert just being his usual nostalgic and slightly melodramatic self after being away for all of 5 minutes? I'm leaning toward the latter. The trailer says everything has led to this. But come on, this can't be selling the estate. That's the opposite of what they've been working toward. I think it's more about tying up everyone's journeys. The Bates' hotel, Mary's big success, the estate becoming self-sufficient so Tom and Mary can move on, even Thomas finding contentment. Sure, there's that ominous shot of Mary walking down an empty hallway, but I think that's a red herring. It probably just symbolizes her creating a life separate from the estate. There's also a moment where she looks wistful while greeting someone, maybe Edith and her family, or everyone coming to see Harold. Maybe she's realizing that others have managed to build lives beyond Downton. The Downton Abbey 3 trailer also dropped a huge bombshell explaining why Matthew Goode's Henry Talbot is missing from the final chapter. Turns out, Henry and Mary are divorced. The reveal happens in a pretty dramatic way. Mary's at a ball, looking all elegant, when a new character played by Jolie Richardson rushes over and tells her she has to leave immediately. Then she loudly announces she's divorced. Cue absolute chaos and shocked faces all around. Mary, ever the queen of keeping her cool, sort of, just says, "I'm very sorry, I shouldn't have come," before leaving. From there, the trailer shows everyone reacting to the scandal, with Daisy even blurting out, "This really is the night that shook the world." So yeah, that explains Henry's absence. No tragic accident or mysterious disappearance, just a straight-up divorce. Honestly, it fits with Mary's arc. She's always been fiercely independent, and now she's moving into this glamorous, modern lifestyle without him. We also get a sneak peek at some new and familiar faces in the cast, like a charming new character played by Alessandro Nivola, plus Paul Giamatti returning as Harold Levinson, who we last saw in the 2013 Christmas special. The full trailer is out now, and it definitely hints at a grand finale for the long-running saga. As for Matthew Goode, who also skipped the second film, he told Radio Times that it's probably a good thing he isn't coming back as Henry. He explained, "I was unavailable for the second because I was doing The Offer. Then for the third, I was shooting Department Q for Netflix. Plus, I messed up my knee and needed surgery. That takes weeks to recover from, so there was no way I could do it. And honestly, Henry was kind of turning into a bit of a wet lettuce, so maybe it's for the best." Later, in an interview with Metro, he clarified that he didn't mean that in a horribly derogatory way. He explained, "I just meant actually, wouldn't it be more exciting if Lady Mary didn't need a man so she might end up on her own? Some people look up to her as a modern feminist or a pillar of modern feminism." Goode appeared in Downton Abbey's TV run during seasons 5 and 6, and also starred in the first movie back in 2019. He shared that the plan was for him to show up in the upcoming finale, but it would have just been a quick, half-a-page scene during the big racecourse day sequence, which you can spot in the earlier trailer. He mentioned that he had a long chat with Michelle Dockery, who plays Lady Mary, about how the scene could play out. They even thought about asking for a slight rewrite, but in the end, the film just moved forward without him. Downton Abbey, the grand finale, hits UK cinemas on 12th September 2025, and if you want to catch up, all the seasons are streaming now on ITVX. That's all for today. What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies and series. We'll see you next time.